what is going to fulfill that hour or hours that you have in the extended school day?
I think I cannot be more passionate about this. Every one of us are in this room because we got two things in life: our parental love and an education. Now, I talked about every decision we're going to make is about Chicago's competitiveness as a city, economically, and also about investing in our future. Now, I do not know what is more valuable to invest in our future than our children. I cannot. Second, our teachers are really good. They are working hard. They deserve, and they deserve our praise and support. And support comes in many ways. Let me go to the second part before I go right to the first part about the length of day. And I said in my inaugural, I said it in my commercials, I said it in my, anybody that wanted to listen, sometimes I would just say it to my wife, whether she wanted to listen to me or not, then she may be the only one. The most important door that child walks through to learn is the front door of that house. And too many parents are acting as if when the kids are at school, I'm done. No, you're not. What goes on in that, if that TV's on and that's the babysitter and you're not reading, you're not going over the homework, you're not done, you've walked away from your responsibility. Okay? And the teacher and the principal cannot do it if you do not know your teacher's name of your child. You cannot do this as a city or as a school system if you do not pick up that report card. If you don't attend the parent-teacher conference, don't dump it on the front door of the school. Not a chance. Now, there are basic things that you have to come with being a parent. You've got to get the teacher's number. You've got to show up and drop off the school. You got to go see the teacher. You got to pick up the report card. And I can say this, parent of 3, kids are smart. They'll pick this up. If they know there's a seamless web between the classroom and the kitchen, they know there's no room to hide. Okay? Now that said, as I said to the principals, when JC had the first meeting ever of all the principals in the school system, first ever as a city, we've had them. Okay? And I spoke to, it was on Friday, we just had an honest conversation about the future. I said to the principals, I said, now we're the first city that's going to have now merit pay for principals. You improve your test scores, you improve your performance of your school based on metrics, you'll get rewarded financially. Now, it's not only on teachers, I wanted principals involved. JC, he doesn't get a bonus unless he improves the school system. So we're the first school system in the country, top to bottom, accountability. But, as I said to the principals, part of your measure, if you're at 40% of the parents picking up report card, show me your strategy to get to 50 to 60 to 70. If you're at parent-teacher conferences at 30%, what's your strategy to move that? Do you have the parents' text information? Do you know how to communicate? Now I say all that, that's your second point. Parents, that's your child. The front door to that house is where the learning begins, and the value put on learning begins and ends. Now, our children, the children of the city of Chicago, the future of this city, your children in this room, we have the shortest school day of any major city in the country. That's a fact. I just want you to, if you get nothing numerically out of tonight, the average across the country of minutes in a classroom by year is 67,000. In Chicago, it's 57,000. Every child, every year, they stay in that school system, unless we change it, is cheated 10,000 minutes a year. Now, I said this, look, I'm lucky. And I'm going to call on JC in a second. I'm lucky. I've worked for 2 presidents. Great people, learned a lot. I've been elected to Congress, been elected to mayor. The easy thing for me in this, I knew what was going on among the politicians and all the leadership. Go along, get along. I said I'm not part of that process anymore. I will not lead the kids. And I'm great, I'm fine. The easy thing, let it keep going. So what do? Like on a CTA, I pull the button. I'm not part of that. I'm stopping that train. Those kids are too important. Teachers, you know what we said, teachers, you got a step and lane pay raise. You're also going to get a 2%, elementary teachers, 2% pay raise for the additional 90 minutes. So there's reading, there's writing, there's the basics. I want you to understand, in Detroit, teachers are taking a 10% cut. In Chicago, step and lane pay raise for 3/4, and for elementary teachers, another 2% for a longer day. I think that is a win-win for the teachers, and most importantly, for the children of the city of Chicago that are our future. JC, if you want to add something, please.
But let's just add that in addition to the shortest school day, the shortest school year of all the big cities in America, we know how important time on task is for kids. When you have a system that's graduating about half the kids in 5 years, 8% of juniors are ready for college. We've got to do things very, very differently. We know we need to have kids in front of teachers for many, many more minutes than we have right now.
I'm going to double down on our kids' future because I know one thing. They got good teachers in that classroom. More time with those teachers, it's going to make those kids smarter. And now I want you to also know, having a longer day is merely an opportunity. It's only an opportunity if we do the right things on math, on reading, on geometry, on history, for making the right choices for their future. It's an opportunity we have to seize. But if we don't do it, okay, I can't guarantee if we do it, we succeed, but I can guarantee one thing. If we don't change what we're doing, you're going to get more of the same. And that's not right. And I won't be a party to it. Because the system over the last decade was about the elected officials and the leadership, and not about the children. And I won't be a part of it.